Hello, glad to see you again. Thought today we'd do a picture that's right straight out of Alaska. We'll do one of Mount McKinley, the most almighty mountain in the North American continent. And we'll start off today, and we use just a little bit of Prussian blue, maybe a touch of phthalo green mixed with it here. And let's dance in some basic shapes here. I've already put the magic white on the canvas to save a little time. So we're just literally mixing color right here on the canvas. Just let this brush dance and play and have fun. And all we're looking for is general basic cloud shapes here. We're really not trying to put anything in. Just let it happen. Just move the brush, keep it moving, working, playing, having fun. There we go. Isn't that something? There we are. Put a nice little cloud shape right there. What the heck? Okay. Keep the brush moving. Don't let it stop. And sometimes brush is lazy. You have to really push it a little or it'll quit on you. Make it keep moving. Okay, now we'll take the almighty brush here and we're going to swirl this. We're going to pull the color, move it, pull it. There we go. Try to avoid a pattern. We want this to go everywhere. We're looking for a sky here that has life in it, has movement in it. We don't want a sky that looks like at night you pull the curtain down and everything went black on you. So I want to keep this moving. There. And already you're beginning to see all the little things happening up here. Every which direction. Every way. There we go. Now you can blend this too much and take it all out. We don't want to take it out. We just want to mix it up. Stir it up. Okay, while we got some paint on the brush here, we'll add a little more Prussian blue and phthalo green. And we'll put us in some water. We pull from the outside in. And leave a little area open here. That will create the little sheen of light that plays across the water. You could go back with white paint and put it back in, but you've already covered the canvas with magic white, so why not use it? This is a lazy man's way of painting. You let the paint work, you let the brushes work. Use what happens naturally, don't fight it. Okay. Clean the old brush off and let's get out an almighty fan brush here. And let's build some happy little clouds up here. I'm going to take titanium white with the least little touch of permanent red in it. And load the brush full of paint. Just really load it up. Now we'll start working on some basic cloud shapes here. And we'll dance in all these little areas and let them just play in the sky. Keep the brush moving. Keep it moving. You want areas that are thick, areas that are thin. Let all these little things happen. Okay. And we'll take the big brush here and gently, gently blend this together. Very lightly. And fluff it up a little and hypnotize it. And right there you've got an almighty cloud. Just that quick. But they're very easily killed. Clouds are delicate. Don't overwork it. Put it in, leave it alone. Okay, maybe we'll have another one here. We'll put a layer of these clouds some. Okay. And nature is so beautiful. Just let it go. Have fun with it. Very, very easy to work these to death. Blend this in, and you work in layers here. You do the thing as the farthest away first, have him finished, and then work forward. There, we'll hypnotize that one. Blend this one a little bit. Okay. A little bit more red here. There we go. Don't want to set these clouds on fire now. All we want to do is have a slight warmish glow to them. like the sun's playing along the top. There we go. Yes, we better not forget this side of the sky. We'll put a little something over here. There's some nice little clouds playing around in the sky. Okay, we'll mix these up a little bit. Okay, maybe a little streaky one right here. Got baby clouds too. If you didn't have baby clouds, you wouldn't have big clouds. There. And we can work on this one a little touch. Okay. There, looks like a nice place. And we're really pushing this paint into the canvas. You're working that value right into the canvas. Just let it play. Don't kill all the dark areas. You can end up with great big cotton balls in the sky if you're not careful. Guess I'd be considered a UFO, big cotton ball in the sky. There, fluff that up. And work that paint. And look at there, in just a couple of minutes, you have a sky that has so much action happening in it. There we go. Okay. If you do this in your living room, you can redecorate your living room in a matter of minutes, so be very careful. Learn to control it. Have your box you can shake your brush in, and that way you don't have to worry about covering everything. Okay, let's take a little bit of brown and blue, a little touch of alizarin crimson, and some white. There we go. And don't mix your paint dead. Mix it marbly and leave it alone. Okay, now let's do, since we're going to do McKinley today, let's do the basic shape here. McKinley comes down like so, has another peak running right off through here. Make that just a little more rounded. There. And we let this side drop right down and over. All you're looking for here is the basic outline, the basic shape of this mountain. You're not worried at all what happens in here. Okay. Take the big brush and we'll pull that down. This takes off the excess paint and makes the next layer stick better. And also when you're doing mountains, if you can see the entire mountain, the top of the mountain is always more distinct than the bottom. At the bottom of the mountain we have mist, and now we have pollution. We have a multitude of things that break up and diffuse light. And we'll put some snow on that almighty mountain. Pull that paint out real flat. Just pull it out and get us a little roll of paint. And we'll just lay this on and let it travel right on down. And you want the paint to break like this to make all the little things that happen in there. The little shadows, the light and dark areas. Okay. And there's a little bump that comes out right there. And works his way down. And over here, let this drop just like so. There we go. Now for the shadow color, we'll use a little Prussian blue and white. And once again, don't mix it dead. You want it to be sort of marbledy. Okay, now we'll start with the shadows. And we'll just lay these in here. We want to bring these two areas here together. So we just sort of work it back and forth and let it come. There you go. Let it just come together. And maybe this shadow comes right down through here. Every highlight needs its own private shadow. Okay, we'll put a little shadow right there. And see how that protrudes that up? Makes it just jump right out at you. Little ridges here and there. All kind of little things happening in this mountain. And we need a shadow back here behind this almighty peak. There it is. Just let him go. Okay, and we want a peak that comes right up through here and just begins working its way back down. There. It's a nice ridge coming through here. And we can bring these together. A few little shadows in here. Just here and there. Okay. And as we said, we want this to be more distinct at the top than the bottom, so we're going to diffuse the bottom of it, and only the bottom. And here we're just tapping the canvas. We're trying not to destroy, only diffuse. And this is where you really depend on a firm paint. If you have a loose, oily, thin paint, you become a mud mixer here. So when you try this at home, if you find that you're making a lot of mud, check your paint. It should be very, very firm. Squeeze that tube. It should stand up maybe about 3/4 of an inch above the tube. Then you have a nice firm paint. Okay, I'm going to make the same color and make it darker. Blue-brown, a little alizarin added to it. Because I want this mountain to be in front. This is a beautiful study of how to make one mountain look very, very big. We'll put some little smaller mountains here in the foreground. Okay, now a little peak here. And we'll take the big brush and pull that out. Son of a gun. Just comes right out. That's the beauty of painting wet on wet. You can move paint on the canvas. And we'll put some little happy little snow here. Just let that run. There we go. Okay. Our light is still coming from the same direction here, so don't let that fool you. Okay. Now we can work in some shadows here. Let's push that one into the background. Just come right on through, and that'll push him back. Scary to have this much power that you can move mountains. Okay, this there. We can swing this around and bring these two right together. Just make a nice little ridge out of that. Okay, now we've got an almighty mountain. I'm going to take a little of the blue-brown, alizarin crimson, add a little touch of sap green to it. Looking for a dark color here, very dark. And we'll load up this 1-inch brush and we'll push in some little dark areas here. This will be our little trees that are way back in the distance, bushes and trees and all the little things happening back here. There we go. Now with the big brush, we can pull a little bit of this color down. And this will be the beginning of our reflections. Okay, and we'll just give it a little bit of ripple to make it look watery. Okay, let's put some highlights on here. I'm going to use a little bit of magic white mixed with some cad yellow. A little touch of permanent red. And we just sort of go back and forth, make a nice orangey color here. Bright color. There we go. All these nice little bushes happening back here. And then we'll reflect some of that right down into the water here. There we go. Now with a big brush and the most delicate touch possible. Just enough to pull the paint a little bit. We'll pull that down and just give it a watery effect. Don't want to destroy it. Okay. Now, let's mix up a lot of dark here. Blue, brown, alizarin, and a little bit of sap green. Should look black to you. And we'll load the brush full of paint. Load it full. A lot of paint. And let's make some little evergreen trees that are growing way back here in the distance. Let's firm that one up a little bit. Needs to be a little stronger. There we go. Maybe he's got a friend that lives right over here. Just drop him in. Okay, maybe they're getting a little bigger as it comes around the curve. Maybe a little baby one back here. Okay, put a little bush in front of him. Okay, take a little touch of magic white, a little bit of brown, and a little touch of yellow, just to make a nice sandy looking color. And we'll lay in a little water line back here. And we'll cut in a few little trunks and sticks here and there. Okay. Maybe we need another tree right here. Trees are getting closer, so they're getting a little bigger. They look bigger to you. This is the way we push everything back. Work with perspective here. Okay, let's move it to the other side of the picture while we got a brush full of paint here, and we'll put an almighty tree right here. These trees live in your brush. You have to scare them out sometime. Really work at them. The little son of a guns will try to avoid you. And they're like everything else. The first time you try them, they're going to drive you up the wall. But you practice it. if there's a secret to this, it is practice. You learn how to make the brush work, how to touch the canvas with it, and then it's just a matter of practicing. First time you tied your shoe, it wasn't easy. You had to look at it and work at it. The next thing you know, you're not paying any attention. You get your shoe tied. Same thing. Okay. Maybe we'll make another little projection coming right out through here. There we go. Put a reflection in here. And we'll pull that down. Okay, lay in some more of these pretty colors back here. There's a nice little bush right there. There's one. And right down here we'll reflect some of these. Okay, delicate touch again. Very, very light. Just enough to move it a little bit on the wet canvas. And we'll put some land out here so these bushes have a place to sit. Don't want them to fall off in the river here. So we'll give him something to sit on here. And we can take a clean brush and just lift that gently. This is a very thin paint now. It's mostly magic white. So you can move that without destroying what's underneath it. And here we'll use a little bit of just straight magic white. And we'll put us a happy little water line in here. There. Okay. Now then, you can put some more little bushes right in here, like so. And we'll drop some reflections into the water. And we'll pull those down. And anybody can do this. This is not some big secret thing. Anybody can do it. We teach people from the age of 10 all the way up 80 and 90 years old. And young people really like this. They learn it very easily, very quickly, and they see results very quickly. I have a son that's a young man right now, and he's been painting since he was about 12 years old. Been selling his work. So it's not just for the older person. It will also work very well for the young person. The only trouble, like my son, he's quite lazy. He'll only paint if he needs money. If he needs money, he'll paint. But it is a nice way to put a happy buck in your pocket. And to make good things happen in your heart. Okay, we'll just have this come right on down through here. Fill that in. Okay, now we can start highlighting some of these things. We'll take a little bit of blue and yellow mixed together. Make a very nice little green color here. And we'll just drop some highlights on this tree. Remember where your light's coming from. Light's coming from the right. So you want the right-hand side of this tree to be a little more distinct and bright than the left side. And if you're right-handed, you'll probably find it's easier to have the light coming from the right. If you're left-handed, it will sort of vary from person to person. Okay. Let's put some little highlights over here on these little trees. The sun wouldn't forget that. There we go. There we are. Now, a little more magic white. Thin that down just a touch. And we can start finding all these beautiful little trees and bushes that are living in here. Very important that you don't kill all this dark area. If you kill all the dark, your picture's going to be very flat. Well, we might as well just reflect it right into the water there. Okay, there we go. A little bit right in here. And we'll reflect that right on down. A little touch of red over the top. Okay, there's another nice tree. I see him. Little rascals live in your brush. You guys got to push them out. And let's put a touch more of the magic here. There, nice ochre color. All these pretty little bushes, just let them flow off your brush. And some little grassy areas coming down through here. Let's turn that into a nice reflection. Just like so. Okay, now, let's give him a little bit of dirt. There we go. This is straight Van Dyke brown. And onto that, we'll take a little brown and white and give him just a little touch of highlight. Make him look like little stones and rocks playing through here. Okay. Well, let's put a few little sticks here and there. Here we're just cutting through the paint using the point of the knife. But it shows distance. It shows all these different planes. Okay. We'll put just a little bit of magic white under here. Give us a little water line. There we go. And a few little sticks over here. Okay, but you see what you can do in just a few minutes with an almighty brush and an almighty knife and a beautiful painting in your heart. All you have to do is let it out. A few more sticks. There we go. I think we'll call that finished. And I want to thank you very, very much for watching us. I hope to see you again in the near future. Until then, happy painting. Thank you.